In this video, we're going to talk about unit vector. So what is unit vector? So a unit vector is a vector with a length of 1. It is used to indicate direction without changing the magnitude, right? So imagine you have a vector pointing in a certain direction. So this is a vector pointing in a certain direction. This vector has both that direction and the magnitude or the length. So if you should scale this vector down so that the length is exactly 1, we get what we call the unit vector. That's what. So now, how do we find a unit vector? It is very, very easy. You take any vector. So this is the vector. You take a unit vector. So this is the vector. You take any vector, then you divide it by its magnitude. Then you get the unit vector here, which is very, very simple. So how do we find a unit vector? Again, you take the vector, then you divide it by its magnitude, then you get the unit vector. Very simple. So let's take an example. So example 1, we have find the unit vector in the direction of the vector 2i plus j minus 2k. If you have any idea about this question, you can pause the video and try to do it on your own. So let's see the solution. So solution. So we have the vector to be 2i plus j minus 2k. And this vector can also be written as 2, 1, 1, then negative 2. Can also be written in that. So what is a unit vector? They say you take the vector, then you divide it by its magnitude. So let's write the formula. So unit vector should be equal to the vector over the magnitude of the vector. So let's find the magnitude of this vector here. So the magnitude of this vector here should be the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared plus negative 2 squared. And when we do it, we should get 4 plus 1 plus 4. Then we get 9. The square root of 9 is 3. So now we have the magnitude. Now we come back here. So now we can find our unit vector. So our unit vector, which is right there. So this our unit vector should be equal to 1 on 3 dividing, like it's dividing. So we have 2i plus j minus 2k, and this will be our unit vector. You can simplify it to get so the unit vector should be equal to 2 over 3, 1 over 3, negative 2 over 3. And this is our unit vector. Very simple. Let's take another example. So example 2, we have the example, find a unit vector that has the same direction as the given. So we have 3 questions here that we need to do. You can also try to pause this video and try to do it on your own. It's very, very simple. So let's do the first one. So with the first one, we have the vector negative 3i plus 7j. And how do we find unit vector? So unit vector is the vector divided by its magnitude, right? So let's find the magnitude of the vector. So the magnitude of the vector should be equal to the square root of negative 3 squared plus 7 squared. Then the magnitude of the vector should be equal to 9 plus 49. Then we get 58, right? So then with the 58, you can just divide it, then you get your answer to be. So let's go here. So we have a negative 3i plus 7j. All right, then you should get negative 3i plus 7j on the root of 58. So when you just do it, you should get the vector unit, or unit vector should be negative 3i over root 58 plus 7j over root 58. Very simple. Very, very simple. So let's do B. Let's do B. So B is asking us to find the 8i minus j plus k. So we have 8i plus, go back, so it's minus j, then plus k. So our unit vector should be equal to the vector over the magnitude of the vector. Then the magnitude of the vector should be equal to the square root of a squared plus negative 1 squared plus 1 squared. Then we should find the magnitude. We should get 64 plus 1 plus 1. Then we get the square root of, so 65, 66. So that is that. So the unit vector should be equal to 1 on root 66 multiplying 8i minus j plus k. You can go ahead and simplify it to get your answer, but you can also leave it in this form. And this is the end of our video. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.